What is doing the right thing? In this video, we talk about moral courage.
Is everything okay, Liam? You have been stirring that coffee for 5 minutes. You look like you have a lot on your mind.
Oh, sorry, Chloe. Yes, I am thinking about something that happened yesterday at work. It made me feel uncomfortable. I don't know what to think about it.
What happened? If you want to talk about it, I am here to listen.
Thanks. Well, there's a new person on our team. His name is David. He is very nice and a little shy. Yesterday, during our team meeting, one of my colleagues, Mark, made a joke about David's accent. It was not a nice joke. A few people laughed, but David looked very hurt and sad.
Oh, that is not a nice situation. How did that make you feel?
I felt very bad. I knew the joke was wrong. I wanted to say something. I wanted to tell Mark to stop or to tell David that his accent is fine. But I didn't. I just sat there and stayed quiet. Now I feel terrible. I feel like I did something wrong by doing nothing.
I understand that feeling, Liam. That is a very difficult situation. It sounds like you are talking about something called moral courage.
Moral courage? What is that? I have heard of courage, like a firefighter who runs into a burning building. That is physical courage. But what is moral courage?
That's a great question. You are right. A firefighter has physical courage. They are brave with their body. Moral courage is different. Moral courage is being brave with your heart and your values. It means doing the right thing even when it is hard or scary.
Doing the right thing even when it's scary. So, in my situation, moral courage was saying something to Mark even if I was scared.
Exactly. You knew the joke was wrong. Your heart told you it was not right. The brave thing to do was to speak up. But it is not easy. It is often very scary.
It was scary. I was afraid. I thought, if I say something, maybe Mark will get angry at me. Maybe my other colleagues will think I'm strange. Maybe they will stop liking me. All those thoughts were in my head.
And those are very normal fears. That is what makes moral courage so special. It is not about not being afraid. It is about being afraid and still choosing to do what you believe is right. It's about choosing your values over your fear.
My values. I value kindness. I value respect. And Mark's joke was not kind or respectful. So I did not follow my own values. That is why I feel bad.
I think so. When our actions do not match our values, we feel this uncomfortable feeling. It's like a little alarm inside us, telling us something is not right. So, moral courage is listening to that alarm and taking action.
Can you give me another example of moral courage? I want to understand it better.
Of course. Imagine you are in a shop and you see someone drop a $20 bill on the floor. They don't notice and they walk away. The person behind you picks it up and puts it in their pocket. What would you do?
That's a tough one. It's easy to do nothing, but the right thing to do is to say something. I would probably go to the person and say, "Excuse me, I think that money belongs to the person who just left."
And that is moral courage. It might be uncomfortable, the person might get angry, but you are choosing honesty and fairness over being comfortable and quiet.
I see. So it's about small moments in everyday life. It's not always about big, dramatic situations.
That's right. Moral courage happens in the classroom, at work, with our friends, and in our families. For example, if your friends all want to watch a movie, but you know you have to study for a big test, saying, "No, I can't go, I need to study," takes moral courage. You are being honest about what you need to do, even if your friends are disappointed.
That makes sense. It's about being true to yourself. What about telling the truth? Is that moral courage?
Absolutely. Imagine you accidentally broke your friend's favorite mug. It would be easy to hide it and pretend you don't know what happened, but moral courage is going to your friend and saying, "I am so sorry, I broke your mug. It was an accident. How can I fix this?"
That would be a very difficult conversation. I would be scared that my friend would be very angry.
Yes, you would be, but you would be choosing honesty and responsibility over fear. And in the long run, your friend will respect you more for telling the truth. Your friendship will be stronger because it is built on trust.
So, moral courage is important for our relationships with other people.
It is essential. Think about it. We all want friends who are honest, friends who will stand up for us, and friends who do the right thing. To have friends like that, we need to be a friend like that, and that requires moral courage.
So, back to my situation with David and Mark. What could I have done? What does a person with moral courage do in that moment?
There are many options, some small and some big. You don't always have to make a big speech. A small action can have a big impact.
Like what?
Well, one small thing you could have done is simply not laugh at the joke. When everyone else laughed, you could have stayed silent with a serious face. That sends a message that you do not agree.
That's true. I didn't laugh, but I also didn't show that I disagreed. I just looked down at my papers.
Another small action could be to talk to David after the meeting. You could go to him privately and say, "Hey, I wanted to say that Mark's joke was not okay. I'm sorry that happened."
Oh, I didn't think of that. That would have been much easier than confronting Mark in front of everyone. It would show David that someone was on his side. It would make him feel less alone.
Exactly. It validates his feelings and shows kindness. That is a powerful act of moral courage. A bigger act of courage would be to speak up during the meeting. You could say something simple and calm, like, "Mark, I don't think that joke was very funny." Or, "Hey, let's try to be a bit more respectful."
Wow, just seeing that sentence in my head makes me feel nervous.
I know, it's not easy, but think about the effect. Maybe Mark would be surprised, but maybe he would also realize he crossed a line. And maybe other people in the room who also felt uncomfortable would feel braver because you spoke first. Sometimes one person's courage can give courage to others.
It's like a chain reaction.
Yes, so moral courage is not just for you. It can be for the people around you, too. It can help make our workplaces, our schools, and our communities better and kinder places.
This is a lot to think about. I feel like I'm not a very brave person. How can I get more moral courage? Is it something you can learn?
That is the best question, Liam. And the answer is yes. Moral courage is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. You don't have to start with the biggest, scariest situations. You can start small.
Start small? How?
You can practice in low-risk situations. For example, if the cashier gives you too much change, give it back. That is a small act of honesty. If your friend says something you don't agree with in a friendly conversation, you can say, I see it differently. You are practicing expressing your own opinion respectfully.
So I can build my courage muscle with these small exercises.
Exactly. Another thing you can do is to think about your values. Take some time to write down what is most important to you. Is it honesty, kindness, fairness, respect? When you are clear about your values, it is easier to act on them when a difficult situation happens. Your values become your compass.
A compass that shows me the right direction. I like that. So know my values and practice with small actions. Is there anything else?
Yes, find a courage buddy. That means having a friend you can talk to about these things. A friend who also wants to be a braver person. You can share your experiences and encourage each other. It's easier to be brave when you know you're not alone.
Like you and me right now. Talking to you about this makes me feel stronger. It makes me feel like I can do better next time.
Of course. And that is the most important thing to remember. It is okay that you were not brave yesterday. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to try to be a little bit braver tomorrow than you were today. What matters is that you recognized the situation, you felt bad about it, and you were thinking about how to do better. That shows you have a strong moral compass.
Thank you, Chloe. That makes me feel a lot better.
I think I know what I need to do. I am going to talk to David tomorrow when I get to work. I will tell him that I am sorry about what happened and that the joke was not okay.
I think that is a wonderful idea, Liam. That is a true act of moral courage.
I am still nervous about it, but I feel like it is the right thing to do. It aligns with my values of kindness and respect. And it's a way to make things right, even if it's a day later.
It is never too late to do the right thing, and you will feel so much better after you do. You will be building your courage muscle and being the kind of person you want to be. And that is a powerful feeling.
Thank you for this conversation, Chloe. I came into this cafe feeling guilty and weak. Now I am leaving feeling hopeful and a little bit braver. You have given me a lot to think about. Moral courage is not as simple as I thought, but it is much more important than I ever realized.
You're welcome, Liam. Remember, every small choice we make to be honest, to be kind, to be fair, it all adds up. That is how we build our character. And that is how we make the world a little bit brighter, one brave moment at a time.
Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, just leave a comment.